course, you could use several evaluations that were done and make a synthesis, but evaluation portfolios are a lot about organizing the process of having the opportunity of having several evaluations. If you want your evaluations to make a dent in political debates, you also need to see where you might need to have several perspectives on the same thing. On many topics, it's not possible anymore to come with the scientific truth or the evaluative truth about something. People will say, yes, but they took the point of view of the expert, they took the point of view of the government, they took a point of view which is not mine.
I think some of the biggest mistakes in the world of evaluation is people start with their methods. So your average consultant who you will commission to do an evaluation, she or he comes with a skill set in their mind. They know what they do. They have a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm good at doing a survey, you need surveys. I'm good at doing theory-based evaluation, you need theory-based evaluation. I'm good at doing RCTs, you need an RCT. The reality is we have to align the methods we use with the questions we're asking and with the evaluation objects. So a few years ago, colleagues and I developed a rather simplistic framework which basically suggests that we have got to select our designs to balance three quite difficult things: evaluation questions, available designs, i.e. what a design is capable of doing, and the program attributes. Seems very simple, but it's not. What I'm trying to suggest is that we need to balance the strengths and weaknesses with the characteristics of the evaluation objects. And there are some requirements, what you have to have in the case to apply those methods. And there are some strengths that these methods have, and there are some weaknesses that these methods have.
Knowing that you don't know is the beginning of wisdom.
First recommendation is to
have a two-stage evaluation.
first we have a two-stage approach.
Yeah, could be a way. Yeah.
First is making a survey to understand better. We choose some of these SMEs and then have a
Categorization.
yes, a survey to know more about it.
And on the second stage, we adapt evaluation questions. Do you have some in the first stage already, or we just completely leave it for second stage?
I think second stage. Because you will need the information gathered from the
And after this information, we can prepare evaluation questions.
So one of the good things about the summer school, and one of the things I was looking forward to, is it's very practical based. You know, we do a lot of theory based stuff ourselves, we do a lot of reading, but when you come to the summer school, there's a lot of good practical examples. You're working through real world cases, and that's what I was looking forward to.
Yes, I think this morning was very useful. I think my key takeaway was that sometimes we get distracted by trying to solve the evaluation questions when really we are actually designing, and we're designing the process.
One of the things we said in almost all groups, it's okay not to know. You're designing, you're managing evaluations, and you're not doing them. So sometimes when you're, preparing a full approach, you're ready to say we will do this and this and that, and it's, okay. You may be very good at methods and approaches, but perhaps a part of your role is really to prepare in advance, to see in advance what are the tricky points.
We were thinking to have an exploratory phase to know what we know and don't know about the SME and the intervention, and after prioritization of them with a steering committee. So we are on the same lines.
I think there's risks and uncertainties which come from the nature of the intervention. And there are risks and uncertainties come from the context in which the intervention takes place. And those are very, very different things. So from the intervention, you can, as Thomas was suggested, you can possibly mitigate the risks by how you manage the intervention itself. Not always, but sometimes. Risks that come from the environment, like a war between Russia and Ukraine, is in a completely different ballgame. And I think mitigation, similarly, has to be seen as under a narrow sense of mitigation.